Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time here, you're welcome to my channel. It is your girl Abels coming at you with another YouTube video. Woo! Yeah, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you all about how my first baking experience went wrong. Sad. So yeah, y'all should sit tight, get ready, and please subscribe, give this video a like, and comment your thoughts on the video after watching, and tell a friend, 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 tell a friend about Ebele the YouTuber. Yeah, so let's get right into the video. Should I look into your eyes? I know it's real. I'm trying to find a way to show you how I feel. You're the only one on my mind, and you know what it is. Make you feel alright, girl. You know I will. So, you know how your girl loves cooking. Can't believe I said that, but you know how I'm very ambitious. Like, I'm very adventurous. I love to try new things, and you get. So now I said, okay, let me. By the way, this experience happened in SS1, and I'm currently in SS2. This happened in a school practical because I am in kitchen and crafts. That's my trade. And in SS1, they were like, that day they were like, okay, we're having practical. We're having a baking practical, and everybody was happy. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to bake. And then there was me like, hey, the blood of Jesus. I was really like, I'm going to fail this practical. So, and I asked the woman that, okay, can it be cupcakes for baking instead? Because it would be easy, and I even have the equipment for cupcakes. She now said, no, we don't want cupcakes, we want a full cake. I was like, okay, oh, no problem. That is how. And I said, I don't even know I'm going to do this. Initially, everybody was now happy. They were like celebrating. They were even, some people were like, I'm going to bake chocolate cake, I'm going to bake strawberry, I'm going to bake cherry, I'm going to bake different flavors. They were even writing down their recipe and was like, oh my god, I'm going to bake different flavors. Then they asked me, Ebele, what are you baking? I was like, I'm baking vanilla. Do I have a choice? Like, I can't even stress. Like, do I literally have a choice? Do I know what I'm doing? And I was like, oh, okay. And then I remember that my mom's friend's daughter-in-law is a baker, and she owns she even has a bakery. They have a bakery in their house for her. She owns a bakery, and she's good at these things, and she even has a business. You get. And I said, okay, I can actually go and learn from her because she's very nice, and she's also my friend. So I was like, okay, I can actually go and learn from her. She's a very nice person. So my mom made arrangements with her for me to go and learn, so that I will not fail this practical, because I can't afford to just fail. Then I was like, okay, because 2 weeks to the practical, I went to go and learn, and we didn't finish everything in one day because I went during weekends. So the first Saturday when I went, we weren't just able to bake the cake. She was like, okay, we cannot frost it that same day, so we have to frost it the next week when we come back. So we were only able to bake the cake for one Saturday, and then the next week Sunday I came back, and then we frosted the cake. So the frosting was good, the cake was even beautiful. I think I even still have a picture because it was last year July. Yeah, it was because it was third term. If I have a picture, I'll put it right here. The cake was good, the cake was nice, everything was perfect, and I was already having high hopes about the practical. She even gave me although she did most of the work, you see, she did most of the work, and I was just basically watching. So she gave me recipes. I could write down on my phone and everything. So when the day of the practical came, I was very happy. I was like, wow, I already have so much high hopes about this thing. So she gave me a baking pan. She gave me 2 baking pans actually, but it was smaller than the one we used. So I had to make a layer cake, like it had to be layered, like, because it was a small baking pan. So it was high, but then it was small, like it's very small cake. So that is how, and I said, okay, everything is going to be nice, everything is going to be fine. I went in there, I was baking. Then I'm not using because I carried an electric mixer with me. I don't even have a mixer. I use electric mixer. As I was not using the mixer, then I had to light. I was like, the blood of Jesus. I was like, Jesus Christ. And the funny thing is, I was not using the mixer. People now came, I was not trying to share the mixer with me. Like that mixer, and you know how secondary school is now. If you say no to them, next thing, you have become a bad person. In fact, and in that kind of situation where people are trying to cooperate, we're all in that together. So you can't just be stingy with your own thing. Although if you're not careful, they'll spoil it. But at the same time, you can't just be very like akagom, okay? So yeah, I gave them my mixer. We were all using it. Everything was fine basically until when it was time for me to put the cake inside the oven. I was not really the batter rather. It was my child that helped me to operate the oven, because I'm not really good at operating ovens. That was actually my first time using an oven. So when my cake was done baking, it came out and it was not breaking, like it wanted to break into pieces. That was literally the first ever. That was where the whole thing started from. The whole gone wrong, the whole mistake started from. The thing was breaking, and I don't even know what to even do, because she said we are going to put the cake inside the fridge, and then when we come back next week, we are going to ice the cake. So mine finished baking late. When everybody had already gone home and put theirs inside the fridge, mine was still baking, and because the oven was kind of slow. So when she brought out the cake from the oven, the thing was now breaking, and I was like, Jesus, because I didn't allow the cake to. It was still very hot. I didn't allow it to rest before I brought it out from the baking pan. This thing was now hot, and I was like, Jesus, and it was not breaking. Like, it was about to break into pieces. I was like, hey, oh God, please, you should not just do this right now. Like, I was just begging him to just cooperate. Then she just said I should just leave it like that. I shouldn't touch it. That it's going to be hard eventually, because I put it inside the fridge. So when it gets cold, it's going to be more strong. And I said, okay, no problem. Then I now put the cake inside the fridge. That second mistake I made was that every other person used like a wrapper to wrap their cake to prevent their cake from being in direct contact with the cold, with the ice in the fridge. Mine, I didn't bring the wrapper. Mine was like indirect. It was exposed directly to the whole ice and everything, and I was just like, Jesus. And it was not really good for the cake. Although mine was not the only one that was exposed, but that person were exposed because she said it was not compulsory to use a wrapper. And I said, okay, no problem, fine. The next week when we came back, now this was where the whole thing just this was where the whole thing just went wrong. So it was time for us to ice the cake, and I wanted to follow the same recipe I did with the woman I rehearsed with. I wanted to use normal icing butter, like nothing complex to get. So it's normal icing butter. I just have to use butter and icing sugar for it. And they now said that I should add more than the 500 grams of icing sugar, because icing sugar is not really effective. Like, you have to add a lot for the thing to make a difference in the butter. I was saying like 500 grams is a whole packet, and I was like, this thing is too big, it's too much. I can't add, it's too much basically. I can't literally add that much. I was not adding small. And that's my friend helped me to taste it. My friend now said, this thing is only like butter. Did you add any sugar inside? Because the thing is tasteless. I was like, the blood of Jesus. And I added the whole of the icing sugar, and that made a difference. So when I came to before I could frost the cake, when I was mixing the batter for the icing, and I came to doing like the for coloring, because my friend used blue coloring. She used coloring for her own, and then the woman that I practiced with was like, okay, I can also use coloring to make mine look, more aesthetically nice. Then, and I wanted to use coloring. I wanted to use blue coloring, and I didn't know how much coloring has so much effects. Like, coloring has lots of effects, so you have to add very, very small, as in tiny bits, as in like half a drop, very, very tiny, because just little will make a lot of effect. And as me now, as half a coconut head, you know the vibes now. And I went to go and use one of those measurement spoons normally used for the batter. Carried measurement spoon. I think it was 1 teaspoon or something like that. And I filled the measurement spoon. I added it inside my icing sugar. That's how this cake was now blue. In fact, it was over blue. The icing was over blue. I was like, Jesus, what is this? And then, as everything was not going disastrous, so I now said, okay, it's time for me to add, like, because of the icing sugar. I was looking at even what's in about school practicals is that when everywhere is rowdy, because the lab is rowdy, we're all cooking, we're all doing something, we're all doing one thing or the other. You're not going to be sharing your utensils with you, and they'll never ask before they take it. They'll just come to the table and come and take your things, and they'll never ask. This icing sugar, I know how much it cost me to buy it. Then one girl now came and took it, and she didn't even ask. She used almost everything, because you need a whole icing sugar to make a difference in the cake. This girl now used everything. She didn't even ask me. She just almost everything. I was like, do you want my cake to be tasteless? I don't even understand. And she was like telling me that I did not know that was my own. She couldn't even say sorry. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was so annoyed. I was like very, very annoyed. But yeah, I just had to like not get angry, because nothing was going to spoil that day for me. Not yet, sha. Then, so long story short, when I finished frosting the cake, And I said, okay, I'm going to add a little bit of chocolate and to make it like a chocolate fountain, kind of like decorate it very well. So I wanted to put the cake inside the fridge because this chocolate stain was melting and needed to be put inside the fridge. I just wanted to notice that she realized that that fridge has been filled and occupied with everybody's cakes. Everybody. There was no space for mine again, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. And the principal had not come. She, in fact, she was far, like 30 minutes away. She was still far from coming. And I was like, hey, oh, Jesus. Then, and I said, okay, let me start packing up my things since I'm already ready. Let me just start packing up my things. And anyhow this thing works, that's how it's going to work. Mind you, that cake was looking very, very ugly. Okay. I said, okay, let me go and wash my utensils. I washed the utensils. I came back. And I just wanted to say that this cake has really started melting. Like everything I put on top of the cake was literally falling down, like as if the thing was inside oven. It was already melted and looking ugly. I swear, when I saw it, I just started crying. I didn't even waste time. Like there was nothing I could do at that point because it was already time up. I just started crying after all that whole suffering and everything I went through. I was just like, what is this? I just started crying immediately. My friends now came and was with them, consoling me. They were now hugging me. I was telling me that it's fine, that this is my first time. I should not be sad and everything. I was really crying. And I said, why are you crying? What's wrong? Don't worry, the cake still looks nice. I was really crying. I didn't even waste time. After everything, when I carried my cake, I put in front of like for displaying. There was a table where we display all the cakes. Then the principal would come and be like, oh my god, yeah, this one. So we all stood beside, like behind. She was not asking, who did this? This is not nice. Like it was like basically judging it. God. Then the way she now did to this girl like this, like the way she just told her that her cake was not nice. Like because she didn't use this cake tray they normally use for cakes, like to put the cake on top of. She actually used an ordinary plate, like a flat plate. She didn't use an actual cake tray. She wasn't really insulting her. She was like judging her, saying why couldn't she get a tray for it? Why did she use an ordinary plate? She said she cannot afford a tray, stuff like that. And the girl ended up crying at the end of everything because she was kind of embarrassing her, like in front of everybody. So she was now crying. So thank God this woman did not ask who made this. Like when she saw mine, I think she said that mine was not nice. I don't know if she said that mine was not nice. I don't know. But the thing is that she didn't ask who made this. She was just saying this is nice, this is not nice, this is nice, this is not nice. I really stand directly in front of her cake, so she doesn't really know who made which cake. So at the end of everything, long story short, at the end of everything, they divided the cake. One they give to the school and the one you take home. They cut it into two, so they divided it. This one is for the school, one is for home. So the fact is that most people's cakes didn't really look nice, but a lot of people's cakes tasted really, really nice. As in, it didn't look nice, but it tasted nice. So I think what really matters here is how it tasted. Because if your cake looks mad, it looks nice, it looks everything, but it doesn't taste nice. It tastes like trash. I don't think that's what really matters. What really matters is the taste. Mine tasted nice and I'm happy it tasted nice because Sha told me that mine had the flavor, mine tasted so nice and everything, that she really likes the way it tasted. And I'm like, okay, yeah, thank you. Mine tasted nice, but the decoration was trash. But I'm happy it turned out to taste good because everyone was really giving me accolades for how it tasted. So I'm happy that ended up tasting nice. So yeah, long story short, ever since then I have not baked and I'm not looking forward to baking again because this whole baking thing, my head was everywhere. And according to what I've been hearing, they were like, this term in this SS we're going to do another baking practical. I'm looking at them like, oh, you want to go through that stress, that come and be crying in front of everybody because my cake is trash? I'm not going through that stress. If you do a baking practical, I'll short tell you guys a story about that one. That'll be baking experience part 2, and hopefully that one will go nice because I already have an experience of how the past one went. So yeah, that brings us to the end of this video, and you all now know that your favorite YouTuber cannot bake. But I am learning. No, I can bake. Mind you, I can bake because my cake tasted very, very nice. But I cannot decorate a cake. I can't frost a cake, but I can bake a cake. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. If you know you enjoyed it and you enjoyed the gist and the story, please give this video a like and subscribe. If you watched this video up to this point and not subscribed, why are you behaving like this? This is not nice because you're supposed to be subscribing. If you're enjoying such content like this, please subscribe, give this video a like, and as I said at the beginning, tell a friend, 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 tell a friend about a Lady YouTuber. Oh, thank you all so much. I love you all. Many love to you guys. So yeah, bye. Love you.